Hi everyone! So in today's video I'm going to be talking about things you thought you knew about autism. Things like stereotypes, assumptions, etc, because most of them might be not true. So let's see. If you like this video, please like it, comment what you want to see and subscribe to my channel to see more videos like this. First stereotype of being autistic that I'm going to be talking about is that we don't want to have friends. And that for me is not true. For me, one of the big things for me, I've always felt quite lonely with my autism, and I've always in my teenage years, I've always wanted to have friends. I just didn't really know how to communicate and how to make friends as such. And I did have friends, I do have friends. I have a very small group of friends, but I think that the way that autistic people are portrayed in the media makes them seem like they just want to be on their own and left with a computer and just want to do their thing, do their interest. So that's not always true. I had a very strong interest in socialising and making friends. I mean, believe it or not, like, I am quite a sociable person. Like, I do enjoy socialising now, and for me it is quite tiring socialising. And when I do socialise, I've got to say, like, I need at least a couple of days rest after. Like, it requires a lot of effort for me to socialise, and I'm honestly just exhausted when I socialise, really. But I do enjoy it and I do want to have friends, but sometimes it's hard for us as autistics to get to really know how to, like, small talk. For me, no, I just don't know how to make small talk. I'm really bad at it. I find it awkward, and it's just not something I particularly want to engage with. But I understand it's necessary to really make friends. And I do understand that some autistic people can come across as they only want to talk about themselves, so it doesn't really help in the whole friendship making process, because it's supposed to be like a two-way thing. But for us autistics, we only know what to talk about when it's something that we know, if you know what I mean. Like, we can talk about things we know well, and nothing else really. It's not that I'm not interested in what other people have to say, but, well, it's just sometimes it just isn't that interesting. It just depends on the person, because small talk isn't interesting. Like, it's not interesting. Like, I'm not bothered. Like, it's like, hi, how are you? I'm thinking, I'm not bothered. Like, I'm not bothered how you are. I'm rambling, sorry. I think I've said enough on that point. I'll go to my next point. My next point is that we have no sense of humour, which is not true. I have a very funny, well, to some people, I have quite a funny family, and I mean, it can be quite debatable, but I find them quite funny at times. But so I kind of need to have a sense of humour to really, like, fit in with my family. So maybe if I hadn't had the family I've had, I might have not had a sense of humour, but I do have a sense of humour. I don't find jokes funny though. I do not find people purposely making jokes, I don't find them funny at all. Like, I find it awkward. Like, if someone tells me a joke, I feel awkward. Like, stand-up comedy, apart from Michael McIntyre, oh my god, I can't bear to watch it. Like, on Britain's Got Talent, I just literally walk out of the room. I'm like, I can't watch it. It makes me feel so awkward, and like I can't breathe. Like, maybe not to that extent when people just make one comment and one joke. Basically, what I'm trying to say is, if you're actually funny, like a funny person, I find it really funny. Like, I find you funny. Like, I do like funny people, but I just have a very odd sense of humour, and I do not find jokes funny. And when I say all these things, I am not speaking for every autistic person out there. I'm talking about me. This is the stereotypes that I've come across in my life, that we don't have a sense of humour. And yeah, I mean, I've got to say, I do take everything literal, and if someone makes a sarcastic joke, then sometimes I get it, sometimes I don't. But my family, especially my stepdad, does it. Sarcasm's kind of a must in this family. I mean, they kind of laugh sometimes at me, not laugh at me, but laugh with me, because I don't get it. But I kind of do now. I kind of do understand it now, because I'm around it all the time. I understand it when it's in this household, or when it's people that I know that are sarcastic. But if someone who I didn't know was sarcastic, I'd be like, what? Like, what you want about? Like, sure, like what? That's stupid. Like, I'd just be like, I'd find it a bit weird. Next thing, can't speak. Next thing, another stereotype about autistic people is that they like, all of them like maths, science and computers. This is so not true. Like, it's literally like, it's the most opposite to me. I failed computer science at school. My GCSE computer science, I failed it. I was bored. I could not have been the slightest bit interested, and I spent most of the time trying to get the teacher to tell us stories about their life, because I just honestly had no interest in computers. I'm sorry everyone if you failed that class. It's probably my fault trying to distract the teacher from talking about it, because I really just drifted off. I were in my own world in them lessons. Same with science. I did pass science, however, barely scraped to pass in science. Maths is slightly different. I tried very hard in maths. I did get a good grade, but maths to me does not come. I do take maths A levels, so it's kind of a bit hypocritical, but I do not take maths easy. Like, that sounded wrong. That sounded weird. I do not. How can I word the sentence? I don't find maths easy. At all. I actually had to drop back a year of sixth form because of maths. I was really struggling in my first year of sixth form, and because it was locked down as well, I could not learn from home at all. So yeah, and in the media, I think I did kind of say something about the media before, autistic people are generally people that I come across quite nerdy and like computers and science and things. And I do understand that a lot of autistic people have fascination over things, like how things work and stuff. I don't personally, so it isn't always an autistic thing at all. My goals in my life is to become a social worker. So, I mean, granted, I always wanted to work in MI5, but we'll just ignore that. I did always want to work in MI5, but then when I took computer science GCSE, I realised it was absolutely the worst possible thing I could ever have wanted to do, because it's so not me at all. I do really enjoy working with people and helping people. Like, that's something that I've always wanted. Not always, but that's something I wanted to do in the past couple of years. That's my goals. So completely contradicts everything that autistic people are meant to like do or are supposed to do. My next point kind of links in with this one. Autistic people are geniuses. Where I don't know where anyone heard that, but I'm not, so it's not true. I am very far from a genius. I work very hard and try very hard, and nothing comes naturally to me at all. I think it's because, I don't know if people watched Rain Man, but he had like some kind of memory where he could literally look at cards or something and he could just remember everything. He can just do maths like that and like just calculate things in his head. I am not a calculator. I cannot function like that. I wish I could. Believe me, it helped me a lot with my maths A level. So yeah, that is not true. We are not geniuses. Some people are geniuses, because people with Asperger's or autism do have, oh my god, I can't even say it. I can't say it. Something savant. I don't know, but I can't pronounce it. And that's where you've got like a weird memory and you can just memorize everything. I don't have that. If you've got that, then you can kind of be considered as a genius, and I'm very jealous of you if you have that. It's not autism, it's that savant thing. That. Second of all, kind of links in with my previous thing. We're also not at the other end either. We're not dumb. I have said that we do take things very literal. I am quite gullible. I do believe things because I always tell the truth, and I believe other people very literally. That can be considered as stupid. I'm not stupid. Even though I've said I've worked very hard, I actually got pretty good GCSEs. I got an A in maths. So I can assure you, I am not stupid. I'm not dumb. And I'm doing very well at my A levels, even though I've just said I've not. Kind of just contradicting everything I'm saying. But yeah, I am actually quite intelligent if I put my mind to it. If I try hard, I'm quite intelligent. People who think that autistic people are dumb, they're not at all. So let's just put that in a box now. They're not geniuses. They're not all geniuses. They're not all dumb. I'm sure some have a lower intelligence than others. We do not all have the same level of intelligence at all. I bet I've said at all so many times in this, haven't I? There is actually something else I do want to say on this topic, which I hadn't originally planned to say, and that is that autistic people are supposedly having their special ability, have a special ability, worded that whole sentence wrong, have a special ability. I do not. I've been looking for my special ability my whole life, and it made me feel like, why am I, like, I can't even be autistic, right? That's what I thought. I was like, why can't I at least have this like one thing that I'm really good at, and I have no special ability. I just feel like I'm just the same at really everything, apart from computer science, which I'm bad at. So if you don't have a special ability and you're autistic and you're watching this, you're not alone, okay? Because I'm still searching for my special ability and I've not found it yet. Next thing, apparently we're psychopaths and we have no feeling and no emotion. This is not true. I have intense feeling and intense emotion, and I'd say I'm like the other end of the spectrum for that. I don't know if that's, I've read a bit about that, and apparently that's girls. This is more for girls, but no. I have, if I say something that could have possibly upset someone else, I will think about it and I will feel so bad, and I'm like, oh my god, like you don't understand how much I would think about that and how much that would upset me, and how, yeah, I do get upset. I do have feeling, I do have empathy. Yeah, I am very to the point, and like if someone came to me and was about something that I do to an extent, like I do. It just depends. Like if I think that your problem's stupid, I can't have empathy. I feel a bit like, why are you getting annoyed about that? Like, that's so stupid. But to them it's not. And I'm sure my problems to someone else is like, why are you getting annoyed about that? Like, why are you having a tantrum over the fact that there's no Nutella when you have that for your breakfast every day? So yeah, I think that my feelings are intensified personally. Whatever someone else is feeling, I feel like I feel it. I deal with it so much worse. Like emotion, I deal with emotion differently. I don't not feel it at all. Yeah, sometimes, but not, I think, as much as anyone else really. Because sometimes I've told my problems to people and people are like, why are you getting bothered over that? Like, and that's just what I do. Like I said, this isn't generalized to all autistic people. Some autistic people struggle with empathy. I do at points struggle with empathy, not all the time. I do have emotion. I'm not a psychopath. Some people with autistic have all different levels of intelligence. They're not all geniuses. They're not all dumb. Because I've been called dumb very many times. And I got better GCSEs than them. Just saying. That's the end of this video. I'm so awkward though at finishing videos. I don't know how to finish it. Like, what do you say? Oh yeah, if you want to see more of my videos, like and subscribe to this video. And no, don't subscribe to the channel, because I'm going to try and post every week, if not every 2 weeks, because I am at college and it's a lot of work. So yeah, I've been swinging on her the whole video. I've literally been swinging this whole video. Oh, I bet that's annoying people. So yeah, I'm going to leave it there. This video is a long video again. I'm sorry about that, but I tend to just waffle on and talk for England, so I'm sorry. This is the longest outro ever again. See ya!